Today we're discussing all the long-term visa options in Thailand and their requirements to help you figure out what the best one for you is. I'm Flynn from Offshore in Asia. We help people move, do business and invest in Southeast Asia. As we progress through the list in the video, the visas will get harder to get. They have more stricter requirements. However, they generally are better visas. The first on the list is the ever popular education visa. And this is the most popular one for people who have lower income because it doesn't require a whole lot of money to get set up with, and it allows you a 12-month stay that can generally be extended for several years. For the education visa, it's typical to study Thai, however Muay Thai and studying at an actual university are the more common options. If you're actually a student of school or university, and you will be using an education visa as well, but I'm more talking towards the people who are just looking to stay here, not really concerned what visa or what they do or study. Generally speaking, Thai language schools are going to be a bit cheaper than the other alternatives. They're going to be a bit easier, and a lot of them more or less operate for the visas. So they're going to be very good. They're going to have their own internal visa agents that will help you with things like 90-day reporting and getting all your documents in place to begin with. The next one is the volunteer visa. So this one is very similar to the education visa in terms of its requirements. Like the education visa, there has been some scrutiny over the past few years from the government because there have been schools and individuals exploiting the visa. As the volunteer visa is only available to volunteers working in Thailand, it's quite a narrow amount of people that will be applying for this. However, bear in mind that whoever you're volunteering through, whatever agency or business that is, should help you with the visa application process. The next visa on the list is quite a specific one, that being the medical visa. So if you are going to Thailand for medical treatment, this is a good option. It's a fairly new visa. It allows you a 1-year stay and you have to report every 90 days. This 90-day reporting, if you haven't heard of it before, is where you have to go to immigration and report where you're staying and your current address. Since this is targeted towards medical tourists, it's quite broad as to who they'll allow in. So anything from cosmetic and anti-aging procedures all the way through to heart and cancer treatments. The next one, again, although a good visa, is lower on the list because it's just so specific and the requirements are quite high. This is the SMART visa. The visa aims to bring in investors, executives, startup entrepreneurs and people in STEM fields to help boost Thailand's economy. It's available for 4 years, and instead of 90-day reporting, there's only a yearly reporting requirement. The next visa is the business visa or non-immigrant O business visa. This is a very common option. It's usually issued with a work permit, and this is for English teachers, investors, and a few other people looking to spend time in Thailand. You'll need a sponsorship from a Thai employer, and then you'll take that to immigration. That's when they'll give you the work permit and the 1-year extension on your business visa. This is extended indefinitely and it's probably most common with English teachers. The Thai business visa is also available to people who start businesses in Thailand, so that's another option you have available to you. If you do want to start a business in Thailand or stay here long term, they can complement each other nicely, and the business visa can also be a part of the permanent residence as well, which is quite nice. As long as you're employed in Thailand, this visa can be extended indefinitely, so bear that in mind going forward. So you'll have to enter on a 90-day visa, get a sponsorship from your Thai employer, and then at that point you go to immigration, get a work permit, and then your visa will be extended to the 1-year version, and that can be extended indefinitely as long as you're employed in Thailand. From this point on, all these visas are really good options, and if you can qualify for any of them, you're going to be doing pretty well. The first one is the Elite visa. The Elite visa is one of the most common visas in Thailand. It allows you a 5, 10 or even 20-year stay in the kingdom. You just have to pay a lump sum fee at the start, and then you get unlimited access as well as some other privileges depending on what specific visa, because there are some subcategories of each time frame. I won't get into the details. We have covered the Elite visa already. However, it is quite expensive, but no, you do pay for the convenience. And if you have the money, it probably is a good option for you, as once you pay that fee, there's very little requirements. Just bear in mind the one caveat though is there is no right to work in Thailand, which could be an issue for you. The next visa is the investor's visa. So if you invest 10 million baht or around 300,000 US dollars in the Thai economy, you get to stay here indefinitely, and you can extend that visa yearly, year on year, as long as you maintain that 10 million or greater investment. Your first option is to make a fixed deposit in a Thai bank account. The second one is to buy Thai government or state enterprise bonds. And the third and probably most common is to own Thai property. Generally speaking, that will be a condo. This visa is an excellent option if you do have that money and are willing to spend it. Some people may even be wanting to spend that much on a condo anyway, and given the opportunity, this is an excellent choice. The next visa is a non-immigrant O marriage visa or spouse visa. This is common for people who've married Thai nationals, and if you have probably one of your best options you can get. Naturally, you have to be married to a Thai citizen in Thailand to qualify for the visa. They'll also commonly ask for proof of your relationship, not just the legal marriage. So they might go to your residence and look at your home, see if you've got each of your own things there. They're going to ask, see photos of you two together, photos of the wedding, things like this. This just happened because maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was a bit of a time where there was quite a few dodgy operators giving out fake marriage visas. You actually have the right to work on a spouse visa, and on top of that, you'll need to either prove 40,000 baht monthly income or have a 400,000 baht security deposit to show that you have financial capability of supporting your spouse. The next visa or visas are the most popular in Thailand by far as long-term stays, these being the retirement visas. Almost anyone over 50 is on a retirement visa as they're the most simple to get, and there's not a whole lot of bureaucracy that's required, at least relatively speaking to the other visas. So as I hinted on, there's actually 3 O visas in the retirement category, as well as 1 in the LTR visas, which we'll touch on in a second. So the most common are the O and the OA retirement visas. They're very similar to one another. The OA is just applied for abroad and requires a police check and Thai health insurance. Other than that, it's the same requirements, 65,000 Thai baht a month, or an 800,000 Thai baht deposit. If you can't meet either of those requirements, the sum of the deposit and your annual income must be greater than 800,000. There are a few requirements to these visas. You have to be over 50, most importantly, and you also have to meet the income requirements. For the OX visa, which is the 5-year plus 5-year extension, so overall 10-year retirement visa, you need a 3 million baht deposit in a Thai bank account, as well as a bit more other financial requirements, which I get into in a video about all 4 retirement visas up here. In expat circles, the retirement visa is seen as more or less the best visa option because it requires very little investment in terms of money, and there's not any specific requirements they need. Thailand isn't looking for anything in particular like there might be with the LTR or the smart visas. They just want to know if you're over 50 and you have the money to live here and spend money in the Thai economy. The next visa is the LTR visa, or the long-term resident visa. This was launched last year and has been quite popular for those who can apply for it. However, the income requirements are quite significant. There's 4 subcategories for the LTR visa, first being wealthy retirees, which is kind of the 4th education visa. There's then wealthy individuals, which is for high net worth individuals. You have work from home pros, or what's touted as the digital nomad visa. And then there's the highly skilled pros, which is for those with master's degrees or higher, that's aimed at attracting highly skilled and educated individuals toward Thailand. The specific requirements vary for each subcategory, but generally speaking, you're going to need to have $80,000 income per year. We've made a whole video on the LTR visa itself, as the requirements are so broad and there's quite a lot to it. However, generally speaking, you'll need $80,000 per year. For the wealthy individual, you need to have at least $1 million in net worth and invest $500,000 in the Thai economy. Same goes for the wealthy retiree for the investment part. The digital nomad subset of the visa is going to require you to work for a company that's either publicly listed or private, but has made $150 million over the past 2 years. If you want to apply for the highly skilled professional subcategory, you're going to need at least a master's degree or higher to do so. The LTR visa is great because it allows you a 5-year stay with only yearly reporting requirements. On top of that, you can get a work permit, invest in Thailand, and you're excluded from the 4-1 Thai to foreigner employment company rules. That's it for the video. If you're not sure about your situation or the best visas for you, feel free to get in touch, or if we've missed something, leave it in the comments. If you're watching this video sometime in the future, assume some things may have changed, as there tends to be a couple changes every year with Thai visa options. So just check out your local embassy or consulate's website to find out what options are available to you.